I would agree. I would agree. One of the things I think you and I talked about is, the whole crouching tiger, hidden dragon thing, and and this is the one thing I'm going to say. These I understand what you're talking about. These different type of bodies, these different type of abilities. And how we can actually unlock these things is actually through internal alchemy. And there's many different types of internal alchemy. Like I know Jay's big on qigong. Like qigong's great. I still do it. You know what I mean? There's kundalini yoga, which I am currently a practitioner of here myself. There is the Nidon practices, which is actually really interesting about the Nidon practices is they're not necessarily Taoist or Buddhist. They sit in like their own kind of weird little gray area. And both traditions use them for internal alchemy. Like Taoists will use the Nidon practices for internal alchemy, and Buddhists will also use the Nidon practices for internal alchemy. But as far as them being in one strict spirituality or another, they're not. They kind of sit in their own little, even, Hatha Yoga is an informed, even the Yogananda Institute's version of Kriya Yoga, a version of internal alchemy. And there's many different kinds. I mean, even breath work is a version of internal alchemy. Meditation's a version of it. And through this, what we do is we have ancestral, both spiritual and physical DNA that we can tap into doing these practices, because most of the time what these practices do is they elicit a somatic response in the body. And what happens with this somatic response is you release a lot of your conditioning, you release a lot of your traumas, and a lot of these things are actually which weigh us down from these higher states of consciousness and these higher states of being. So that's why when you're somatically releasing this trauma and all of this negativity that you've experienced, you're actually clearing a path for you to get into these higher states of being and these higher states of consciousness,